Well, it's been quite some time since we've seen this city, or lack of city that is, but here we are again. Welcome back to the project that I call City of Delphinus. A waterlocked city bound by the oceans of the gods of the oceans, and much more. We're just on the old docks here. During the time as you saw, I did completely rebuild a lot of these docks. They're wider and now they're designed more in line with smaller ships I have planned in the making, sloops and maybe a few other variants. We'll be heading this way first, past the bales of fish and hanging netting used by the fishermen of the city. Got some tables here, people can talk business, merchants, exchanging of coins for goods, stuff like that. We have a well here. It's quite unusual to have a well on the docks, but the idea is there was actually a spring aqueduct right underneath here on this landmass. And I haven't built the aqueduct yet. There will be a cave system that can underneath there eventually for the well. And we have more got some wood that's been brought in and storage crates, more fish, a lot of the same things. We obviously have the storage building from previous episode, and we also have some cargo that's come from the Providence. We have barrels, crates of coal, jewels, raw iron, vegetables, a lot of imports. And we have a cart here that's transporting the goods into the city. We do also have a couple of these open storage areas which are used to store cargo that have yet to be moved or be claimed by the recipient who is waiting for their delivery. We also have a little market here, that's fish market, selling fish or goods for catching fish. We have a nice access to this little dock right off the lighthouse here. Lighthouse has a little garden here, and there's another I forgot the name already. Wagon just transporting fish. I have done a bit more on the interior of the lighthouse, not much up in these parts. It's actually towards up here. Some storage for the coal used to keep the lighthouse burning. I've also worked on the winch for how they bring up the cargo, so more manual design, you could say. Manual pulley. And there's another one up here with some mesh to pull it up. Drop off here, just straight down. And we'll head over to the cranes. These cranes were a pain in the neck. But at least I got them done. There's one more I need to do on the old docks, but it'll be a small crane. I had a lot of fun designing these, this larger dock with another storage area for cargo off very small vessels or off the Providence. The Providence isn't final. I've got a new design for the figurehead, the beak, and the back of the ship, as well as the colours will be updated. I've had a change of ideas for what I wanted to do. Got another crane here, so this will probably be taking goods off in smaller boats that can actually fit underneath this bridge. I had fun designing the bridge as well. I wanted a way that you could go under and have rowboats or something small that can use these docks, still use this dock, and I came up with this bridge. it works. And got another pier off here. So if we go aboard the Providence, like I say, she's not final per se. I do want to make some changes to the front and the back, her colours, but she is an unusually large vessel, to say the least. She is very big for a brigantine. But I had fun building her and just designing all the different parts, the capstan, the stands holding the longboats. This is probably going to change, and I'm thinking I might open it up on this part of the ship, so it'll be a lot more open. I'm thinking of changing the top of the cook's oven, so it's like a portcullis design where it has the hole, so it looks like there's actually a place for the smoke to come out. Actually, I think I have that on me, so there we go. Something more like that. So it looks like there is a place for the smoke to bellow out. And when it comes to this, there'd probably be two larger longboats, and this will be pushed right up to the sides. She has a 20 gun broadside, so she is a pretty well armed ship, but she's actually a merchant ship of the city. She is designed to move cargo from or to the city, and she has quite the hold to do so. Unusual configuration on the inside, but I did what I could do. So we got the gun deck, you got all the tables, a couple of crew sleeps there. And normally the rope would actually be either side of this hold access on the all-up deck, but I had to change the design for it. I'm thinking I might push back the... can't remember the name, but this will be pushed back a little bit more, so this area doesn't seem as cramped, though it still feels a bit cramped. You know, got the other end of the capstan, how they can move cargo up and down the ship, or lower and, well, raise the anchor. These are the bailing pumps, so they go all the way to the bottom of the ship, and basically that's how they pumped water that got on the bottom of the ship out. Oh. Whoops. I'm not meant to do that. I'm meant to open it. And we got the officers' quarters here, so a couple more cannons, and this is the rope holes for the wheel. So we've got a couple of nice sized officers' quarters here. Yes, they do have a cannon. Normally the cannon would actually be stowed, but yeah, for this I'll just keep them like that. And we've got the captain's quarters, which the redesign, I've already planned the redesign, so the back of the captain's quarters is going to change a little, but generally it's not going to really change. Just a nice area for the captain, I guess. Again, the configuration back there is a bit different than normal, but I wanted to change the normal level. So go down here, we've got the petty officers' quarters, so these are the bunks of the petty officers. In the back it's actually a mess for the petty officers, and you can see the rudder controls actually do exist. It took me a while to figure out how to design the rudder controls, but I got there eventually. We've got a workstation for the carpenter. He actually has a cabin, which also has work tools where he can like mend the sails, or whoa, that should not be like that. Where you can like mend the sails or make planks to repair the ship. takes damage. Got a couple of air breaks. Normally these would actually be in like the hold area, but again, I just had a change of ideas. We've got this is a cannonball storage. Yeah, that's actually how they stored cannonballs, the more you know. A small hold back here. You've got the main hold, which is underneath here. A lot of open space. A lot of barrels. You've got the oven. Baker's oven. And a small galley. Kind of both. More crew bunks. I kind of just filled this space with crew bunks. Bread stores. Rope stores slash where the rope for the rudder goes. Coal stores. Wood store on the other side. The food and wine cellar down below. And got the messenger, navigator. You get the idea. He does a lot of the writing, sends messages to other ships or back to the city. Also, he probably draws out the maps the ship uses if they go into uncharted territory. And the sick bay. I didn't really know what to use for the sick bay, so I kind of made it up as I went along. So generally that's the Providence. Like I say, she will have some cosmetic changes to her over time, but nothing serious. And obviously, if we go this way, past the watchtower, we do have the Fisherman's Tavern. I'll explain that one in a minute. So they've got a nice little patio out here, more seating out there, nice trees, and it's almost finished on the interior. So we do have the tavern bar area. Got the bar here with the kegs and the wine. Nice stained glass. Generally, because of how I've been designing Delphinus, this is a more probably a wealthier bar, so they can afford the stained glass more fully. And down here we have the wine cellar. So you've got the wine, the rum, and other barrels of rum and wine. That'd be a mixture of other alcoholic beverages, most likely. And basically that's what this hatch is. This is how you would actually get the barrels into the cellar. They would roll down here and you could climb up and down. I only know this because I did choose to live in a tavern. So that's actually how we got barrels. The more you know. So up here we do actually have some small sleeping areas. Like I say, it's quite a big ways bigger than normally. Still quite compact. This one's a bit bigger with a nice table. It's generally quite cozy. And this is just storage, but these ones would be for more the less wealthier people. Like simple crewmen or poormen fishermen who just don't have a place to stay and they can purchase a room here for the night. We have the more function room area, so say people wanted to rent the place for a party, this would be the function room. And my friend Cross, we had a joke on this is basically the shanking corner. I need to fill this space and it's so enclosed and out of the way. This is a place where you probably would get stabbed and no one would notice. That's the joke of it anyway. It's just like in this secluded corner. But basically it's just at the moment just an extension of downstairs. So if we go upstairs again, we have the more luxurious bedrooms. They're a bit larger. There's more storage. The beds are a bit larger, the tables are a bit larger. Just feels a bit more fancy, and there's a little communal area. Plenty of space for everyone. And this is one of my favourite rooms because it's just like, it's really just long and it has this really nice like arched window with just the more slanted wall. I just like it. It's just unique. And another storage room with cobwebs now. They don't seem to clean the storage rooms often. And up here we would have basically, this is another storage room. This is this would be very poor men bunks, and on the upside is actually weirdly the most luxurious room in the tavern. This would be for more richer folk, or possibly someone of importance stay there. They could also probably rent both rooms if it's a family. But that's just my idea for up there. It's just, it's a more of a full suite for a very important family per se. But that's a tavern. I had a lot of fun designing this. I remember doing it on stream with everyone, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Another open storage, very much the same. Some more hanging fish, and then we're off to the Dockmaster house. So to give you an idea of why this house seems so luxurious for where it is, being a Dockmaster in the city of Delphinus could be one of the more higher up roles you could have, since the city has such a high connection to the ocean, being one that manages the flow between the city and other locations, as well as the one that manages the taxes from those who fish and deal on the seas. It is a quite important role in the city, and as such you do get higher privileges. So they do have like a small garden here. Eventually I'll add a bit more detail to these rocks and possibly add some vegetables into the garden. This is a nice open patio. I had a lot of fun designing this. And then inside you got this will be the kitchen, this will be the like family area. Very big and open. It's very nice. And you're going to see a lot more of the stained glass. For some reason the city does love its stained glass. There is a way of showing wealth, so this would be the Dockmaster's office, his study. It's where you make notes of every ship coming in and out, what ships are due in, what ships are leaving, stuff like that. We'd also confer with captains on taxes and other things here as well. This is the master bedroom. Another quite nice fireplace, nice open bay window that seems to be not level with anything. Another small window, not really decorated yet. The only real area I've actually decorated is upstairs for this building. We do have like, this is just small storage. This would be the bathroom of the house, since this is one of the more richer folk of the city. They can afford a internal bathroom in their house. Just needs cleaning now and then. And obviously we have the area for the kids, so you could have a little study for the kids, a little hand place to learn. They've got homework, or they just feel like reading on some of the notes the master has made himself. Some storage, place for them to play, apparently they like their chess, and their room, which it's quite cozy but still quite open. Now, that's what I mean, this is the only area of the house I've actually done. Eventually this will all get decked out and I'll have the whole house decorated. All the buildings will be eventually decorated, that's my plan anyway. So that's everything that has been done, as you saw in the time lapse. Obviously, my next goal is gotta finish the. Really want to fix up the Providence, get her finalized, and I'll be finishing up the docks. So the next major thing in the docks is obviously there will be more markets, possibly a nice tree here, a lot more foliage going up the possibly the wall with ivy. And over here we do have the tax office of the city for the old docks. And I still have to do the interior of the port market's gatehouse. But for the most part, we are looking at a complete dock, and I had a lot of fun building it. And I hope you all have enjoyed this episode, and hopefully the next one won't take 11 months before I release it. And I hope if you enjoyed it, you leave a like, leave a comment. If you're new and you want to see, hopefully when I actually do it, more of the city, you could always give me a follow on the good old, well, I think it's subscribe on YouTube. I'm more Twitch person, but if you actually want to see me build the city and give some tidbits while I'm building, I do like to stream this on Twitch, so you can give me a follow over there, and hopefully catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.